Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of, no, this is for July 2021. Happy birthday to all you Leos that are born in July. But, Leo, let's see. We're just going to jump right in here and see what is going on for you here, Leo. And, sorry, this is like the worst deck I could have chosen out of all these golden tarots that I own. But Leo, let's see here. Three of Swords is a card that just popped out, by the way, so it doesn't really surprise me that that Three of Swords shows up. But let's see what is going on for you here, Leo. Leo, make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, make sure to only follow the social media accounts linked in the pinned comment down below. There are tons of scammers scamming people for personal readings and, you know, everything in between. So I will never contact you for money. That's the other thing, is scammers are claiming to be me contacting people for money, and I will never ever do personal readings. So do not respond to those people and make sure to report them. But Leo, you start off with the Three of Swords. Again, this is a card of like hurting quite a bit. I mean, to me, this is like the worst Three of Swords that exists in the Light Seers Tarot, because she is like in pain, like severe pain on this card. So I do feel for some of you, it's like you went through something very painful here in the past. And I feel like a lot of fear in the past as well about things. You have the Moon, the Strength card, and the Hermit. This is like Dark Night of the Soul type of energy when you get a combination like this, you know, or this type of energy is what I would say, because this is very heavy energy. And you have the Strength card, which is you, but the Strength card can represent going through something, because the Strength card represents coming out on top, you know, represents, you know, it's kind of like a card of a display of strength, if that makes sense. So it does say that, you know, and this is your past position. So like I said, I feel like this is something either you are going through or have gone through already, and the rest looks good. So it's like we're kind of moving away from this energy here, Leo, but I feel like you've gone through something very painful. I really just feel that this first row is pretty simply saying that you just don't want to go through this again, which is totally understandable, right? So I feel for some of you, it's kind of like you've experienced a pain that you just don't want to experience again. First, and by the way, this is not just love. I do feel like this could be a financial loss as well. So some of you could be a financial loss. For others, I don't even think it's a loss. I think it's just, you know, certain circumstances that you have gone through. So it's like maybe you had a set of maybe you didn't lose money, but maybe you have gone through a set of financial circumstances that have caused a lot of pain. This is what you're dreaming of, is freedom with the Four of Wands. For others, it could be marriage. You have the Emperor here and the Four of Swords. You know, in a lot of ways, what's popping into my head has nothing to do with the cards. I read intuitively, Leo, so I just say whatever comes to my head. And, you know, that's the deal I have with the universe, right? So you know, I don't just regurgitate card meanings, and I'm not going to do that because that's not what I'm getting. What I'm getting here is kind of like just having a very strong desire to know what to do. You know, sometimes I think like this right here, and it does tie into the cards, you know, Four Wands, strong desire for freedom. The Emperor, I really feel like you're hoping for a solid plan on actions that you can take to be more successful in life, or to whatever, right? It doesn't matter. So I feel like you're really hoping for a solid plan here. And it's like you're kind of hoping for answers, or you're hoping for kind of direction is what I'm getting here in this row. And this could be in any area of your life. I feel like you're just asking, you know, I feel like she is almost, you know, yelling, what do I do? You know, like that's kind of like the words that I'm getting from her on this card here, is that you're kind of like, what do I do to get this? It's like a mixture between sadness and frustration is the best way I could describe this energy for you here, Leo. I just think that you sometimes that type of frustration that I'm feeling right now is just like not being able to take it where you are any longer. In a lot of ways, I feel like this is a good thing, because even though, you know, that can be, you know, that pressure is causing pain, that frustration is causing pain, it's like sometimes I think that's just what we need to motivate us to, you know, get to the next level or to do something here. So I feel like you're really hoping for something, but definitely Dark Night of the Soul vibes in this first row. And again, I'm really just on that Four of Wands. I'm just like hoping to get to the end is what I feel like you're saying, because it's like there are normally two pillars on the moon card, and it's like you have to go through those two pillars, walk in darkness and experience fear or whatever, and there are two pillars right here, 1111, and so it's like I feel like you've been like wishing to come to the end. I always say that the Four of Wands is a card of completion because it kind of represents a finish line, so you've been hoping to kind of reach this finish line is what I feel here. You have this tend to the small things card next here, Leo. So I feel for a lot of you that the small details are going to be very important for you at this time. I really get this like very strong, like I feel like you're getting messages from kind of things. It's like on this death card here, there are angels that are whispering in that dead person's ear, basically. So I feel like you could be getting messages through dreams or daydreams, and I feel you need to pay attention to these messages. I also feel like this is saying pay attention to the small details. Look at this. You have the lion, so you showing up here as well. This says be generous of spirit, so don't be afraid to, you know, be good to people, right, is what this is saying. But at the same time, isn't there a story about a mouse and a lion or something? Am I making that up? I don't know. Somebody will know what I'm talking about, and they'll probably leave it in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. But I feel that like energy here for some reason. It popped into my head. But that looks good. I would definitely pay attention to small details at this time, Leo, for the month of July. And, you know, kind of keep an eye on the little things. I feel like it would be a good time for you to be a little bit more conservative financially as well. So, you know, don't go wasting money this month, or don't go purchasing things you don't need, and, you know, all that other good stuff. I don't really feel like anything bad is going to happen. I just think that it's just saying, you know, make sure you have enough, right? So that's what I would do here. You have the Four of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and the Death card. There's definitely some sort of news coming in for you here as well. So I do feel that there could be news. I keep wanting to say new release or something like that. I don't know. Some of you might be releasing something to the public or something like, it's like that type of release. It's not like a release as in you're releasing these emotions. I feel like you're kind of releasing something to the world. And so I kind of get that energy here in this middle row. If you're doing that, I do see a lot of success here. I'm getting it right here on the Eight of Wands, and then you go to the Star. Star is fame and fortune, so there could be a lot of success coming in for you here, Leo. For most of you, I feel this is kind of like you receiving some sort of message. I need to get details right away. So let's see what is going on. Part of me feels with that mouse spirit that you could be getting, you know, communication from people, and the mouse could be saying like read between the lines, right? There could be communication that's happening but isn't happening. Yeah, again, Six of Pentacles. I don't like the Six of Pentacles, especially for Leo. There are some cards like literally that I do not like for certain signs. Six of Pentacles for you is definitely one of those cards. King of Pentacles is the other card that I don't like when Leo gets King of Pentacles. And again, that's not like a bias thing. Sometimes I feel good about it for you, Leo. But for the most part, the Six of Pentacles is, again, I feel that frustration of, like there's one person who isn't getting something on this card in the blue there. I don't know if that's focused or not, Leo, but it's like he's not receiving anything. So it's kind of like something has been withheld from you here in the past. And I feel like you're trying to move away from that energy. You have the Hangman here. And the Strength card again, so definitely you showing up in a strong position. Ten of Pentacles want to pop out there as well, so I like to see that. I feel like you could be getting news that kind of gives you a new perspective, or you gain a new perspective on something. I kind of feel weird about this here, Leo, the entire reading. In a lot of ways, like if I were to just sum up this reading in a couple of sentences, it's like kind of one of those things where I feel like you're going to have to be very... It's almost like someone is I don't know if this is a person in your life or if this is more intuitive on your side of things here, Leo, or if you're getting messages in your dreams, but it's almost like you're doing something for the very distant future, or I shouldn't say very distant, because I feel like this is going to benefit you now. But the best way I could describe the message I'm getting is I feel like either you're literally getting a message from a person or you're getting news or whatever. You're going to have to read between the lines, and I also feel like you're going to have to be very future thinking. And this has nothing to do with, like, I always get comments from people when I say that stuff like this. Like, they're like, oh, you shouldn't live in the future. And I'm like, that's not what I'm referring to, okay? We're talking about, you know, coming up with a plan or doing something. This isn't like you needing to be present, or yes, you should always be present, but it's like sometimes we have to plan for the future, right, Leo? It's almost like someone is giving you an idea, but it's like very futuristic, you know, it's very kind of like innovative, or it's very new, or it's very different. And you are going to have to be very different, very, I feel like you are going to have to be very futuristic, right? It's kind of like, it's almost like you're investing your energy into something now, and it's going to really pay off big time in the future. I really don't have any good examples other than YouTube. It's like, like I always say, when I started my tarot channel, it's like no tarot readers had over 10,000 subs. It's like now pretty much every tarot reader has over 10,000 subs, right? So it's kind of like I invested a lot of time to get a bunch of subs now, like in the future. And I kind of get that energy for you here, where it's almost like someone is giving you an idea or someone is saying something. But the weird part about it is like I said, I keep getting this message popping into my head where it's like you're gonna have to be very future thinking. But I'm not sure exactly, like I don't really have a good way of giving you a good example of like what that means. Leo, other than, like, again, I feel like someone could say something to you about, like, your business or about your relationship, and it's like, you almost brush it off because you're like, that's, like, very, futuristic, or whatever. But I feel like you need to, like, pay attention to it now, is what this mouse spirit is saying. It's almost like you're playing chess and you're, like, 10 steps ahead. That's what this reading is asking you to do. It's asking you to, like, think, like, 10 steps ahead. And so you're really, like, I feel like I'm stretching my brain right now. I feel like you are really going to have to stretch your brain at this time as well, just to kind of, get ahead at this time. But I feel like there are opportunities to do it. And, I'm getting I'm starting to get more examples the more I talk about it. So it's like, I feel like for some of you, like I said, read between the lines. It's like maybe your boss is saying things where you're kind of, if you read between the lines, you can see, maybe your boss is like looking to change directions of the business, or maybe your boss is thinking about firing a person. You can take advantage of that situation by reading between the lines. Like maybe they're not directly saying things that they want to do, but indirectly they are. But again, it's going to require this like very deep thinking. I'm shocked that there are no swords cards here yet, because other than the 4 of Swords, but I'm talking about like King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Page of Swords I would even take. I'm surprised that those cards aren't here, because again, I get like a very like mentally quick, like even chess popping into my head, like very mentally needing to be very tactical, right? So I feel like whatever, opportunities are coming your way, it's going to require a lot of thinking. You have this Temptation card here. I do feel like this is, again, saying something about short term. I keep getting the word short term on this card. I feel like it's saying, like, don't be tempted to, get some relief right now. Like, what's popping into my head is, I was reading a story about Bitcoin the other day, and it's like some guy, years ago, he paid like 130,000, or I don't remember what the number was, so don't quote me on it, Leo. It might have been 13,000. He paid like 13,000 or 130,000 Bitcoin for a pizza, like back in the day, right? That would be worth, the amount of money that it would be worth today is ridiculous. So I feel, I'm not saying this is Bitcoin for you, by the way. I'm not making a financial statement. I'm not a financial advisor, just a guy on the internet. I have no clue what I'm talking about, right? So if I can't make that clear enough, but what I would say is that I feel like there's something in your life where it's like, if you just hold on to it for now, it's going to pay off way bigger in the future. It could be an investment for some of you, but it doesn't have to be. I feel like for others, it could be, like your business or an idea. It's almost like I feel like you're kind of like sitting on an egg, right? But this is like a golden egg that you have in your life. And, right now it's like that golden egg could be worth a lot of money, but at the same time, or other types of energy. Again, this does not have to be financial. But at the same time, it's like if that hatches into a golden goose that lays golden eggs continuously, it's like that's what's popping into my head. What a weird message. It's probably the strangest reading I've ever done for you, Leo, but what I would say here is, again, I feel like you're sitting on an egg that's a golden egg, but again, it's about to hatch, and it's going to turn into that golden goose that lays golden eggs. So that's like the type of energy I get here for you, Leo. You have the Two of Cups, the Star, and the Lovers. For some of you, this could be a type of relationship. It could be a love relationship. It doesn't have to be. It could be a business partnership or something like that. And what I would say here is it's like maybe you're forming a business partnership, and maybe the two of you will end up working together for years, and maybe over and over and over again, you create something successful. That's like the type of energy I'm getting here. Same thing in a relationship as well. Maybe you're getting to a love relationship here, and over and over and over again, it just pays off because it's like maybe the two of you build each other up. It's a positive relationship. But that's kind of like what I'm getting here. It's like your golden goose here, Leo, no matter what it is. For others, it could be like your career. It's like maybe you're putting in a lot of work now that's going to pay off in the future, and because maybe you're going to end up in a good position. like, I get this very, it's such a weird reading, Leo, because I get this very, very, futuristic type of vibe here, where it's like you're really thinking more future in a good way, right? It's like it's almost like you're right. I feel like saying you're right. Like, again, if this is making sense to you here, Leo, and if you're still here watching me babble about something, then what I would say to you is, like, I feel like you are right. It's like you see something before it's happening, so don't stop. You know what I mean? It's like I just get this energy of like needing to stick with something, but it's not really, perseverant energy. It's more like that something is going to pay off in the future, and I feel like you need to keep pushing with this energy is what I would say to you. Very strange, but I love it at the same time. For others, I do feel like there is love coming in for you, because I feel like you're getting a lot of attention with that Star card. You have the Hierophant marriage. If you're with a person right now, I said this to you in your 3-month reading. If you're with a person right now, I feel like you could be marrying that person, or it's a person that you could potentially marry in the future. Again, we don't have to do anything. The reason people always say to me, like, why do you say potentially? Do you not know what you're talking about? It's like, well, number one, no, I don't know what I'm talking about ever. So let's get that out of the way right now. Number two, to me, tarot doesn't say you have to do something, right? Tarot is just advice. So, if you end up not wanting to get married, then you don't have to get married. Tarot can't force you to do anything. So that's why I say potentially. So that's what I feel here. I feel like if you're with a person right now, then this could be a person you marry. It could be a water sign I'm getting, or it could be a air sign, especially with the Star card. But I feel for a lot of you, this could be someone you're going to marry. You have the Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor, for sure. So I feel like, by the way, like I said, you can't make this stuff up. I've been talking about this to you for like the past 2 weeks in all your readings. It's like there is clearly love coming in for you if you're looking for it. I feel like this person's like your golden goose, or it's like you're each other's golden goose, because it's like you build each other up, which again is a perfect relationship, if there is such a thing. And so I like that. For others, I feel this is like a dream. You always get the Knight of Cups, so interesting. And you have the Nine of Wands here as well. Again, with the experimentation, the Moon to the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. But weird reading. I love it at the same time, because I feel you just need to stick with something, whether it's a relationship, a business idea, whatever, because it's going to be something, it's almost like you're getting into something here that's going to pay off over and over and over again, instead of, like, I feel like you're too used to the cycles of, like, selling the golden goose, or selling the egg, where it's like you had something good and then it disappears. I feel like you're entering into a new cycle where it's like it doesn't disappear, it keeps laying golden eggs, if that makes sense. I don't know, weird, whatever. Leo, thank you for sticking around if you stuck to the end. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support, Leo. But thank you, Leo, and definitely enjoy your month.